Hey, Talofa Leotawa Dr. John Peterson here with TE2 Edge Sports Cards coming at you live and direct from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Hope everyone's doing well out there. We've got some just outstanding weather here in the Twin Cities today. Feels very much like a fall day. It's in the 70s and cool and sunny. It's just amazing. So if you have not been to Minnesota, Minneapolis, St. Paul, metro area, greater Minnesota during the fall, you definitely have to come on up and check it out. It is an amazing time of the year. It's my favorite time of the year. So I thought I'd do a quick little pre-grade video today with the financials. It's not a huge order. I think it's mostly Jordan and Metal Universe. So I went through, processed all the cards that were sitting around. They were in top loaders and different stuff. Not a huge order, no real big cards in it, but it should be interesting to see what we get. Check it out.
TE2 Edge Sports Cards. Get at it.
All right, let's get started here. This is a 39 card order at $20 per card. That equates to a grading fee of $780. The card's outlay was, I just put in $500. I mean, a lot of these cards were picked up out of a couple different collections, so it's kind of a mix. Most of the cards were purchased at probably $1 to $3 at the most. With a few maybe a little bit more, but I just threw in $500 just to kind of go on the higher end. So the total outlay is $1,280. So $1,280 for the total outlay. I have the pre-grade value at $3,650, which I call the estimated value, the EV. And then I have the pre-grade estimated profit, which I call the EP, at $1,895. And the way I calculate that, for those of you that haven't seen the prior videos, I take the estimated value, $3,650, I multiply it times 0.87, which is the basement for what I will sell my cards at, which is eBay. Then I get $3,175, and then I take $3,175 and subtract it by $1,280, which is the total outlay. Oh, you know what? I didn't put shipping. Well, shipping's about $10 for me to send and about $50 for me to receive. So $60. So we're really looking at, closer to $1,350 for the total outlay. But again, shipping is a cost of goods sold, and I deduct shipping. I keep track of it. I think I'm at I don't even know. I calculated it the other day. I think I've had almost close to $2,000 in shipping costs this year so far. So you really don't see that as a I mean, it's a cost. It's a cost of goods sold, but it's not something that you have to necessarily always equate. It's just you keep track of it and you can deduct it. But anyway, at $1,280, that would put the estimated profit, the EP, at $1,895. So basically $1,900. One of the cards, as you'll see when I go through the stack, is the biggest card of the order. And it's not who you would think it is. If that card gets a 10, which I think it really could, it's got a legitimate shot at getting a 10. It's about an $800 card. So in the absence of that getting a 10, you're looking closer to 1,000 or a little less. So not a huge estimated profit on this order, but some cards that are just sitting around the house. And I was kind of like, I can put these in the 5,000 count box, although the 5,000 count box is practically still full because I refreshed it or replenished it or whatever you want to call it. So I was like, well, might as well send some of these in and see if I can get some 9s, maybe hit it on a couple 10s, and I guess we'll have to just see if there's a bunch of 8s that come back. But overall, I thought the cards looked pretty clean. I didn't put anything in here that I thought was going to be an 8. You know, everything I pre-graded I think has a 9 or higher. So yeah, so this is the pre-grade video with the financials. I'll go through each card, and then when the cards come back in 3 months or whatever it is, I'll do the reveal and let you guys know what I got in terms of actual grades, actual value, and our final value, FV, and then final profit, which I call FP. So let's go to camera here. Turn my lamp on. Get a little soft light here. So I had opened up, I don't know if it was a case or how many boxes. It might have even been a case. I don't remember. This is going a while back now. But I got a bunch of 90 Fleer stickers. So I put the better ones near the back so you can see the centering on the back is pretty off. Still look pretty good though. That one's a little better. I think there were 5 in here. Even as a 9, these are like $50, $60 cards. So I mean, like if you're in the card for like $1 or $2 and it grades at grading cost is 20 and you get $50, I mean you're making 20, $25 at 87%. So, and what I found is that, you know, the little victories pile up, the little wins pile up. So, you know, this one, these look good to me, but there's this printing dot on a lot of these, right on the red, the bottom of the red border for his name. So I don't know if they knock it down a point for that, or grade. This has also got it on there. This one, however, does not. So I'm curious to see if this one gets the same grade, which could be related to the print dot or not. You know, could be centering, could be any number of factors. I mean, you don't get the grading notes for these. Got a bunch of these. This is a kind of an error card because it's not Ron Cycli, it's Ronnie Cycli, but it's got Jordan in it. So I don't know if it comes back as a 9, it's like a $20, $25 card, but as a 10, I want to say it's about $100. So figured I'd give that one a try. I've never sent that one in. 1989 Hoops. That's kind of an iconic classic card. I thought it looked pretty centered. Oh, I'm sorry. God, I didn't even give you the pre-grades on this. What the hell am I doing here? 8. 8. 8. 9. That's the whole point of this. 9. 9. 9. 9. So I don't have any 10s in the first probably 10 cards. I have this as a 9. So you may think, like, why are you sending that in if it's $20, $25? Well, like I said, I got like a bunch of these. So if it comes back as a 9 or even a 10, you know, then I know that it's worth sending in a few more. But again, this has a print dot right to the upper left of his name, his first name, the R. So you can see that. So that probably get knocked down a grade. So that's why I said 9. The hoops, got a 10 on this one. I thought this one looked really good, although I think this is not the easiest card to 10, and I think it's a little bit off-center on the back. This is the 89 All-Star. I had no, I'm sorry. I had 9 on this and 10 on this. Because I think the back was more centered. That back looks pretty good. So, this is the Fleer Tradition. I think this might be the first year of Fleer Tradition. Could be wrong. But I had this as I gotta look at my notes, a 9. $45 in a 9. So in a 10, it's a $100 card. Here's a He's Back. What number is this one? JC15. Great card. I had this as a 9. $55 in a 9 though. So you get this in a 10. Get lucky. Probably $200 card. If you're not familiar with this, you've probably been living in a cave. This is one of the more frequently graded Jordan cards out there, partly because this year of hoops, the print quality was pretty good, I think. And there were just tons of Jordan cards. He was like featured in hoops this year for whatever reason. It's called the Slam card. In a 9, it is a $50 card. Believe it or not, in a 10, this is like a $200 and some card. We've got this is the Skybox, excuse me, premium from 93. I had this as a 9. That's only a $25 card in a 9, but I don't know. I looked at it pretty close. There's some issues on the left-hand side here. You can see the kind of just whiting. But yeah, maybe get a 9. I've never graded that card. This is what, 95 Upper Deck. In a 10, this is like a $250 card, but in a 9, it's a $40 card. Ultra Award, also a 9. That's what I have this down as. And I'd love to get a 10 in this. Never 10'd this before, but I'm thinking it's going to be a 9. Let's go to the next sheet. 95 Collector's Choice Playoff Time. Got a bunch of these. I don't know. Typically, I don't turn these in or submit these, but he's in the 45. I figured why not. I had a 10 on that one. So on a 10, it's $130. This is a Catch 23. I had this as a 10. Thought it looked really good. And this also got the white border, so 140 in that one. This, I don't think they're going to grade this, but I figured I'd try anyway. It's a power deck. Let's see about that. Here's another one of those hoops cards from that same year. 91 hoops. I had this as a 10. $90. I'm getting up to $100 on this. Thought it looked pretty clean. I wish this was a 10, but it's not. This is Upper Deck 15,000 Point Club. $70 card and a 9. So it's worth a few $100 in a 10. I think it's a pretty low pop count. Yeah, it's a cool card. NBA Stars. I think this is from Finest, if I'm not mistaken. This comes in a refractor and in an atomic refractor. This is the base card. This is the 9. In a 9, this is a $140 card. In a 10, I think it's closer to $400, $500. Or no, excuse me. I was looking at something else. This is a $100 card in a 9. And probably a $300 card in a 10. These are the two hoops, Big Finish. I've gotten some 10s on these in the past. I had a 9 on this one, which is $35. I don't recall what the issue was. Maybe it's that upper right-hand corner. Looks like it's a little bit white. I can't tell if that's the card or if that's the corner. I had this one as a 10. Thought this looked good. This is a relatively low print set. So I figured I'd give it a shot. This first one might be an 8. I had it as a 9, but as a 9, it's a $140 card. I mean, the back didn't look... It kind of depends. This corner. There's a few, but factors that would maybe make that an 8, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. This one, I think, is a solid 9. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. 140 each. So those are two pretty important cards for the order. Moment's Best. I had 2 of these. I only submitted one because one of them had a scratch on it. If your cards have big scratches on them, it's no sense in sending them in. It's just not worth it. This is a 9. I think it's $100 as a 9. So, and of course, that comes in a refractor and an atomic refractor. So, all right. So I had some 1997 Metal Universe sitting around, and I was going to put them in the 5,000 count box, but I was thinking, geez, let me see if any of these are worth sending in for grading. And I did find a few. So this first one is Steve Smith, played for Michigan State. The first team All-American in the late 80s. I think he was drafted, what year, 89 or 90? So this is probably 10 years in. He was a great player, 6'8". Played small forward, 2 guard. I mean, really good defender, great player. What a cool card, right? So I had this as a PSA 9. 75 bucks is the PSA 9. Plus, I just kind of want to see what those cards look like slabbed up. This is the biggest card of the order, believe it or not. This is Tyrone Hill. I think he played at Xavier. Is that right? Yep, he played at Xavier. So I looked this card over numerous times. And there's really two things that I found with these Metal Universe cards from 97. There's generally an edging issue at the top when they cut the card. This one, however, did not have any edging issues to it. And if you look at the edges, they all look relatively clean. Now, not every one of these cards in this set is worth what you would think it would be. Some of the common players are worth less, and some of the common players are worth more. This one happens to be worth a little bit more. So when I looked at all these that I had probably another 25, 30 of them that are not going to be submitted. I thought this one looked the best of all of them. I mean, I thought it legitimately looked like a 10. So in a 10, that's an $850 card. It's a Jermaine O'Neal rookie card. I mean, just the design on these things, just incredible. Can you imagine if they made cards like this right now, how much they would cost for a FOTL or a hobby box? Man, it would be crazy how expensive it would be. I had this as a 9, 75 bucks. There's also usually a little whitening, a little white nick or whatever at the top right-hand corner of these cards if the top is edged, if there's not edging at the top. So usually it's this or it's this. The rest of the cards seem to be pretty good. The backs look pretty good. This is Austin Crozier. I had this as a 10. I thought it looked good. $210 card and a 10. I was really hoping this would look better, but as you can see, that right corner, and then there's that edging right up there, just chipping. I call it edging. Chipping is probably the more technically correct and accurate term. This is a big card and a 10, but I think this is going to be a 9 or an 8. So on a 9, it's a $225 card. 9 is a $225 card. So we'll see. Here's a Nash rookie. Pretty cool looking card. I had a 9 on this. It's 25 bucks. So like weird, right? 9, 225. Nash, 9, $25. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Here's the Rodman. Kind of got a galaxy or solar system, interstellar type of look to it. This is a 9, and I had 55 bucks on this one. Hey, Oscar. This is, man, I thought this looked good. Thought this looked really good. But I don't think it's going to get a 10. I think it's going to get a 9. In a 10, this is like a $1,000 card. The Vinny Del Negro. But I can't remember what it was. Probably something up here. And if not, something on another edge. But yeah, that's a $25 card. No, $55 card at 9. I think it's a really cool looking card. It kind of like is the reverse mirror image of the Jordan. Kind of reminds me of that, right? Because like Jordan's going the opposite direction with this 97 Metal Universe, and he's got the flames trailing the ball, and Jordan's got the ball up in the air. So I thought they kind of made these. I thought that was interesting when I saw that. I have this as a 9 as well. I mean, I really didn't put anything in the order that I thought was going to 8. Now you have to remember, these are foil cards. The surface is made of foil, so I mean, all bets are off. There could be one little tiny ding or divot or whatever, pock mark, whatever you want to call it, that could cause it to be a 6. So I'm guaranteeing you that one of these cards is going to come back as a 6. I'll be shocked if that doesn't happen. This card in a 10 is like over a $2,000 card. Obviously, it's Mitch Richmond. People forget how much he cooked back in the 90s. Man, this guy was a consistent scorer, very consistent scorer. And, yeah, great player, Hall of Famer, in a PSA 10, which this won't become a 10, plus $2,000 card. In a 9, it's a $75 card. And then the last one, I mean, I was on the fence with this. It's David Robinson. I thought it was, other than the Tyrone Hill, the cleanest card of the stack that I had. I don't know. It looked pretty good to me. I had it as a 10. And as a 10, it's a $200 card. So I don't really know why this would be 200 and a 10 and the Tyrone Hill would be like 850. So not really sure what's going on with that, but those are the cards. And I not a huge order, nothing earth-shattering, but really it's, for me, it's not really about that. Yeah, it's nice to get a card back that, is worth $1,000 or more, or to get, a high gem rate or whatever. But for me, running a business here with these cards as I am, I'm looking to continue to get cash flow in and cash flow out. So, if I can send an order in and make $750,000 on this order, perfect. If I double that and get to $2,000 in terms of profit, that's $2,000 more dollars that I can put back into the business, or pay off some debt, or pay off for this, or pay off for that. And and it's more than what I would get if they were just sitting in a stack next to the computer here, right? So $20 isn't great. I'd obviously prefer 15 or less, but I don't know. With PSA grading 1.5 million cards average per month for the last however many months, I'm just not seeing when they're going to be going back to the $15 special. I know a lot of folks probably don't want to hear that, but that is the reality of the situation. And Pokemon is really propping up those. I mean, Pokemon, they're grading 900,000, 1 million Pokemon cards a month, because sports is like 500 to 600,000 for PSA. So Pokemon is grading at almost double what sports cards are, which makes kind of sense, because when you go to these sports card shows, you really see 50 to 60% of the tables being Pokemon. Tables that had been sports cards are now Pokemon. So, I don't know if there's a correlation between those two things, but I guess it's possible. In terms of accounting or keeping track of stuff, again, I use the paper, and so I'll set this away and wait for the order to come in, and it's probably going to take 2.5 months. But yeah, when it comes in, check out the video, and maybe I can put a link to this video and that one in the description so that people can watch this again, because a lot of times people either don't watch the pre-grade or they forget about it. So, all right. Well, I hope everyone is doing well out there. I hope you enjoyed this. A little bit long-winded. It's Saturday. I've been up since 3. Had some breakfast, worked on cards in the early morning, and then had some breakfast with some friends at the Downtowner Cafe in near downtown St. Paul. And it was really good to catch up with folks. And now I'm kind of feeling like a nap might be coming on later today. So, or actually, maybe I'll do another video. I might just do another video right after this, since everything's all set up. So, all right, you have a blessed day, blessed weekend, blessed evening. Whenever you watch this, you take care of yourself. Hit the like or subscribe button and the bell notification. Leave me a comment. Peace out. One love.